What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got another lovely Transformers card to be talking about. It was revealed by the lovely folks over on the official Facebook by the Transformers TCG people, and it's another one of them, their Titan Masters. So let's have a chat about Chromedome, and I'm going to say this right off the bat. I love Chromedome. This is such a cool character. So starting off then, what we've got is an 8-star character with health of 13, which is very good for an 8-star character, attack of 4 or 5, which is good for an 8-star character, and defense of 1 or 2. For an 8-star character, when we've reached wave 5, this is good stats. This is really nice. Plus we're a specialist and a car, both of which are awesome. More on that in a minute. What really excites me here is bot mode. When you flip to this mode, look at your opponent's hand and put an action card from it into their KO area. Well, this is a bit new and a bit different and a bit awesome. You see, on the one hand, this can have a slight downside. Now, there's no maximum deck size in Transformers, but we pretty much all play with 40 card decks. So, playing with 40 card decks means that if you get rid of multiples of their cards, then they can run through their deck a little bit faster, draw into what they want a little bit faster. But it also means that you're just getting rid of their cards. And that then leaves your opponent in a really awkward situation. Because they want their cards. They put them in their deck for a reason. And sometimes they literally cannot play them fast enough. If they've got 3 actions in their hand, they can only play 1, unless they drop something like a brainstorm. So you're going to be able to get rid of one of the other 2. So does that mean your opponent ends up actually playing cards earlier than they would otherwise like, just to try and make sure that you don't actually get rid of them? I mean, one of the extreme examples here would be a star card. Let's say, for argument's sake, your opponent plays a Leap of Faith, still one of my favourite star cards. Well, that's one of their 25 stars for their deck. But if you now take it and put it in the KO area, there's no way of getting it back from the KO area. As it stands at the moment, there is no mechanism to get these cards back from the KO area. It's gone for the game. So now that star that they've used is just gone. How about, here's a fun one, how about you're playing against the aerial bots, and your opponent has chosen to go for 2 copies of Aerial Bot Enigma. Now, they need the Aerial Bot Enigma. If they don't play it, they don't get Superion. The problem is, you can't just play it. You see, Aerial Bot Enigma only does something if you've got 5 aerial bots in bot mode on the battlefield and or in your KO area, or if you've already got Superion out. Otherwise, it's just an empty card in your hand. Well, if your opponent's got it in their hand and you flip to bot mode or body mode, oh look, you can put it in the KO area. And if you do this 2 or 3 times, you can legitimately get rid of all of these and make it so they cannot ever actually get combined. And the great thing here is that unless they're playing some cards that discard from their hand, they're just going to draw into it and stash it in their hand, and then you're going to be able to get rid of it. It won't always work, but sometimes it totally will. Or something like Peace Through Tyranny, or I Still Function, proper job game-swinging cards. I Still Function lets you bring a character back from the KO area just for a turn, but still, that can be huge. Whereas Peace Through Tyranny lets you KO one of your characters and take an extra turn. And if played at the right time, can give you 2 turns in a row so you win the game. It's also a double orange icon card. So one of the cool things about that is, even if you're not actually stopping them playing the card in the way they would usually play it, you're still getting rid of a double orange icon card, so that when they start flipping for attack, there's 1 fewer double orange icon card in their deck. That's kind of wonderful. This is a phenomenal skill, very unique, but very, very cool. Then we flick into alt mode, we become a car, and when this attacks and your opponent has 3 or more actions in their KO area, this gets +3 attack until end of turn. Oh, So as soon as you flipped into bot mode 3 times, essentially, now to be fair, you can flip into bot mode and they don't actually have an action in their hand, in which case it will fail. But as long as there's an action in their hand, you essentially flip 3 times, and now look, you've got 7 attack in alt mode. And let's be perfectly clear about this. A stat line of 7, 13, 2 on an 8 cost is phenomenal. And you still get to put cards in the KO area when you flip into bot mode. You don't get any extra bonus for having more than 3 in their KO area, but you can still get rid of them, and they're still cards to which your opponent will not have access. And the thing is, you're both a specialist and a car, which for my money is one of the best combinations you can possibly get. Specialist means you get access to multi-tool to play extra upgrades, or field communicator to just play the top card of your deck. And being a car means you have all of those untapping options. We've got Start Your Engines, which is an action card that lets you flip over all of your cars, or your bots into cars, and then untap one of your cars. Now, I don't know if this will work with Chromedome, because bot mode and body mode are unfortunately not the same. But if you've got another car in the deck, you flip them, then you untap one of your cars. So as long as Chromedome is in car mode, even if you can't flip to car mode using this card, which I'm going to say you probably can't, you can still untap it, so you're still looking good. And then, of course, we've always got turbo boosters, a lovely little upgrade that you attach to a car and untap it. So basically, we've got extra flipping and extra untapping as a car, and we've got extra cards being played as a specialist. This is going to add up pretty gosh darned quickly into a pretty gosh darned good character. This is one of my favourite cards we've seen from Wave 5. I know I've said that about a couple, but you know, new ones do keep being revealed. This is really good. And as an 8-star, this is just looking awesome. Maybe you go aggressive cars and you play Flame Out, that 3-star head that gives you bold 3. And then you're looking at a car that's got 7 attack and bold 2. That's really good. Might have said bold 3 a minute ago. It's definitely bold 2. This is a really, really good character for attacking. Don't have to go full on attacking, but it's an option if you want to. Now, there is a head that's been revealed with it. The head that's been revealed with it is Autobot Stylar. It is a 2-star head that gives you +1 defense. It's fine. There's nothing particularly brilliant or special about it. It's like a lot of the heads. They are pretty generic. What we're really getting, and we're seeing this as we go through, you're basically getting a head for everything. Want a little bit more defense? Autobot Stylar comes in, and oh look, now you've got one. It's good. It's fine. It's quite nice. It's not a phenomenal card. It's all right. It does the trick. You want a bit of extra defense? Hey, in we go. Now, when you go into bot mode here, that is to say when the Titan Master is KO'd and then you deploy Autobot Stylar as a bot, we've got a ranged character which doesn't fit with a specialist we had with Chromedome, which is a little bit sad. And you've got 2 attack, 1 health, 1 defense. Now, this is the 3rd head we've seen now that only has 1 health. And I'm going to tell you what I told you about all of the others. We don't like 1 health. 1 health basically means that if your opponent does any cheeky damage whatsoever, something like an armed hovercraft, you're going down straight away. I don't expect all of these bots to last long. I expect these bots, when they're put onto the field, to essentially get 1 attack and then be KO'd. What worries me is if I deploy one of these bots and I get KO'd by cheeky damage before I ever actually get the opportunity to get an attack in, and that's what I'm worried about here. That's what makes me a little bit sad and a little bit worried. So, I mean, it's not particularly good. I do appreciate the fact that you get +1 defense when you're in head mode, but then when you become a bot, you've got horrific stats. You're probably just going to get KO'd by cheeky damage anyway, and there's not really much going on. I mean, if you're willing to spend 1 extra star, you can have Grax. Okay, it doesn't give you extra defense, but it gives you +5 health. And then you've got attack of 4, so you're hitting an awful lot harder, while also then having extra health as you go through the game initially. Or, I mean, if you're going for an attacking character, if you only want to spend 2 stars on a head, how about Monxo? It's a 2-star head that instead of giving you +1 defense, gives you +1 attack. But then you've also got 3 attack, which is a little bit better. And you've got 2 health, so your opponent at least needs to upgrade to something like a marksmanship in order to get a KO purely based around cheeky damage. Not saying that Monxo is some kind of phenomenal superhead, but I am saying that when I'm looking at these characters together, I would rather have Monxo if it's all the same to you. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we've got. It's a very nice character. Not really loving the head, but it's nice to have a 2-star head that gives you +1 defense. Some decks are going to want it, but I am very much loving Chromedome. Though I would like to know how much you're loving Chromedome. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Wassy, where we talk Transformers and a whole bunch of other games, and do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all that good stuff. But by far the most important thing is always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.